this season. They're sitting pretty with the best record in the league, East or West. And tip-off approaching, but in the meantime, let's discuss post play. Shaq, you are a dominant post scorer. Duh. Who do you think are the top post scorers in the NBA right now?
Well, one, DeMarcus Cousins, 25-13, can go inside and go outside. He's a little frantic at times, but he's up there. Zach Randolph, he's got great feet work, nice soft touch. Big Al Jefferson, a.k.a. Baby Fundamentals. He does everything with his right hand, so he's so good. That's all he needs. And Brook Lopez, nice size, nice touch, and nice feet work, too. I know you say feet work is not a word, but you can't do nothing with footwork. You need both feet. So, Dr. O'Neal, name it, feet work, put it in the dictionary, shut it up.
Okay. Well, you know what? The guy who reminds me of Shaq a little bit, Nikola
Pekovic.
Yes.
Stop it.
He does, man. He's got some of
your mind.
He overpowers guys.
Stop it.
I mean, it's like a little version of
out.
Okay, all right.
Send it to Kevin for our body slam this guy.
I was reaching, man. I had the Kevin Durant alarms on that. I was reaching.
All right.
Tim Duncan's got to be in that conversation.
Oh, Dwight Howard, Blake Griffin, the guys. That overpower people. We're talking about.
My bad. I apologize.
Just overpowering.
No, but I already said the top centers in the league.
I'm just saying about overpowering.
Answer the question, man.
Okay, my bad.
Time to go down to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call. Kev?
Nikola.
We've got basketball action at the AT&T Center. We're in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. So for the Spurs, their last game, a win against Orlando. And that was a serious blowout. Not too many people can claim that they saw that coming.
Their shooting percentage in that game was ridiculous. I mean, they created a lot of good looks for themselves, and you could see they were in rhythm and just continued to knock them down.
And, guys, I thought the key was simply getting that ball side to side, reverse. And keeping pressure on the defense. That really opened up the court for and I think that's why they got so many good shots.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Anthony Morrow out there with Griffin. And it's Cantor in at the center position. To the middle. Here's Morrow. Knocked loose. Outside Jackson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his first personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. We've seen some obvious improvement in his free throw shooting since last year.
Both free throws good from Jackson.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Paul kicks to Griffin. There's a screen by Cantor. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Assisted, Chris Paul.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Parker kicks to Jackson. He feeds it to Anderson. Picked by West. Outside Jackson. He dishes it to West. 5 on the clock. It's Jackson with the drive. That's good. Jackson's got 6.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
And Redick kicks to Griffin. There's the 3. The shot by Redick, no good.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
And here we go with Morrow running it up the court. Cantor's shot is off. We've seen a quick start here for the Spurs. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Paul outside. Griffin kicks to Paul. Dishes it to Reddick. Hits it from three-point range.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Picked by West. Jackson kicks to Parker. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Here's Paul. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Chicago.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man.
Griffin dishes to Paul. And the wide open shot from Reddick. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Reddick's got 6.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Here's Jackson. Morrow with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Reddick with the bucket. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Parker passes to Jackson. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
The Spurs have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to Chicago.
And talk about a team that just never seemed to get into a rhythm offensively. It was just an ugly game to watch.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I mean, they didn't appear to have any kind of cohesiveness in terms of game plan. And they never figured out how to attack the defense in that one.
Another shot. Misses off the left iron.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And J.J. Reddick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor, isolate up top. Spacing, spacing.
And it was.
And a chance here to check out the league's scoring leaders. Freak number 1.
And all you have to do is point to his name at the top of that list. Does that tell the story well enough or what? What a season.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Fade away. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will play against one another this season.
Yeah, you know, these are 2 rival teams that will see each other a fair amount this season. We'll see which team can tip it off with a win.
Now here's Anderson following the miss by Griffin. The drive by Jackson. Comes up empty here. That puts him at 3 for 6. Clippers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Got a piece of it. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Lays it in off the breakaway. Jackson's got 11.
He's hit the ground running here in the first, putting together a nice quarter offensively.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Cantor against Aldridge. And again, no good by the Clippers.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Diaw dishes to Anderson. Spurs passing it around. And J.J. Reddick picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Bono Ginobili, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Williams in for Parker. And then for the Clippers, Myers Leonard comes in for Cantor. And Jared Bayless subbed in for J.J. Reddick.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Now Bayless. 11-point game his last outing. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
The Spurs making a switch here. White's checked in.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Griffin a screen out. Williams, Cannon, the pass to Thornton. Inside, Leonard in a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two.
All right, a moment here to check out stats for Griffin. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 5th in scoring, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers, always up to the challenge. We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Back to Williams. From deep. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. 6 points for Mo Williams. Clippers trail by 6. Cannon kicks to Bayless. The jump hook. Griffin's shot is off. For San Antonio, they've gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Nice shot by Ginobili.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Here is Bayless after the made shot from Manu Ginobili. The shot's good from Bayless. Bayless has got 5 now.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Jackson dishes to Diaw. Baseline jumper. And Wright kicks to Diaw. Ginobili the pass to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And the basket by Diaw.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Picked by Griffin. Here's Bayless. Rejected by Ginobili. And they'll keep possession. That shot wide open. San Antonio with the ball. They lead by 7. Outside Williams. Back to Jackson. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Cannon from long range. Can't get it to go. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. It's the Spurs. They lead by 9. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And you talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
Fortunately, I've always been vertically challenged, so I've never had to play power forward or center on anybody's team. I've been passing and getting into the lane, dishing the ball off.
Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific play.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Spurs.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
You know, we've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. I mean, that's a good start for them.
Jackson in at shooting guard. West is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Green, and it's Parker in at the 1. That's the San Antonio 5. And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic was simply terrific. He ended with 41 points, and he did his thing on the defensive side as well, nabbing more than his share of steals. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Here's Jackson after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their lead.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. There's 1:54 left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Griffin. Stolen by Jackson. And now Williams running the floor all by himself.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
1:36 left in the first half. Here's Cannon. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Jackson comes over with the double. Clock at 6. Griffin goes in. Drops in the layup for 2.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Williams dishes to Jackson. Fires for 3. And there's Mo Williams on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got 5 assists tonight.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Bayless's shot is off.
Well, that's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. That's good. And now a 10-point Spurs lead.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
That ball's off target. It's his 3rd miss. He's made 2 shots from the field. Williams kicks to Jackson. Good. The nice assist for Williams. 25 points for Freak.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Griffin kicks to Bayless. Drills it from outside. Bayless has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Boy, just a lovely dish by Griffin.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And that concludes the first half. Spurs lead by 11. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Look, Kevin, I've got...
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big their hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
That's a wall.
Yeah, and he's the ringleader of their offense. And what we saw in that first half with his ability to keep everybody involved is the reason why they're playing well.
And that's just the thing. I mean, he knows how to share the sugar. He makes sure everybody gets a touch, and that keeps the offense balanced and productive.
Setting the floor for the Clippers, Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Griffin is out there with Anthony Morrow, and it's Cantor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Paul kicks to Cantor. Back to Paul. Picked by Griffin. Redick with the three. They get it back. Cantor, soft touch off the glass. Cantor's got 6 points.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
And it's Parker in the corner. Redick against Jackson. And there's the call on Anthony Morrow. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Jackson kicks to Anderson. Parker passes to Jackson. 4 on the shot clock. That's good. Jackson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Spurs.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Paul dishes to Cantor, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Freak. The Clippers have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And a quick review, looking at some numbers here for Jackson. Tops in scoring, first in assists, and he's first in the league in steals per game. Just an incredibly aggressive and tenacious defender.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Blake Griffin. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. The Spurs have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Ball against Parker. There's the pick. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Spurs.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Jackson misses.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Nobody near Leonard. Drains it from beyond the arc. Leonard's got 5.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3 ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
And stolen by Redick. And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. Green, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Spurs. Daniel Green.
Paul kicks to Redick. It's rebounded by West. San Antonio leading by 14. Jackson passes to Aldridge. Spurs working the ball around now. On the wing, Jackson, covered by Redick. The feed to Aldridge. 6 to shoot. Here's Jackson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Jackson. 31 points now and 3 great steals. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
And it's hard to say which has influenced the game more, really, his offense or his D. I mean, take your pick.
And Morrow has it in the corner. Takes the 3. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And he can't make it. 3 for 3. Spurs leading by 14. Parker kicks to Jackson. And it's good, in the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 4th assist in this one.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Redick for 3. That's good. Redick's got 11 points.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there. Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying him up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
From 10 feet out, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Here's West, and he stuffs that one.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in this second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
And he gets it to go. Redick's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Here's Jackson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Controlled the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
We need to calm down.
The Spurs making
shots early in the clock.
San Antonio also making some changes.
And run something on
West
the
is checked in for Diaw.
It's simple.
Kyle Anderson comes in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Jackson in for Green. Enes Kanter's checked in for Los Angeles. There's 37 seconds left in the third. Left side, Jackson. West down low. He's covered by Kanter. Clippers trail by 19. To the paint. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Here's Anderson. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
And as we end the third.
Here we go, San Antonio.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. San Antonio leading by 19 points. Jackson, he's in at shooting guard. Aldridge out there with West. Then there's Parker, and it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Ball against Parker. Leonard with the screen on Parker. Paul outside. There's the pass to Redick. The three-pointer, no good.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Parker dishes to Jackson. And stolen by Redick. Knocked loose. It's Jackson with the drive. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Clippers. Morrow, that's a two-pointer. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 8th assist here tonight. Parker kicks to Jackson. Shoots from 14. No good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. That's good. And that's now 9 points for Chris Paul.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Shot from the wing. Jackson gets the bucket.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Clippers trail by 20. Paul with the ball. To the middle. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, Enes Kanter has been getting it done. 8 rebounds, and his 2 blocks have given them a lift defensively.
No doubt about it. He's been a rim protector, and it's starting to get into the heads of their opponent.
Green, he's checked in for Anderson. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
He's made an effort to get into the defense a lot more by aggressively attacking the basket, and he's not shying away from the contact, which has given him some free throw opportunities.
At the line for your Spurs, 3.
The free throw drops for Jackson. Jackson hits both of them. Clippers trail by 20. Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
3 points, Midtown.
On defense, the Spurs. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. And Griffin slams it in.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Spurs leading by 18. Outside Jackson. Lets a floater go. The Clippers grab the miss. Kanter's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
And Morrow drops them both. The Spurs have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. And here is Paul. Griffin, no one around him. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 14 points for Blake Griffin. Jackson passes to Aldridge. Parker dishes to Jackson. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
Time to get the backup some burn anyway. This game's a wrap.
And the Clippers making a change here. Cannon's checked in. Here's Jackson. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And that's now 7 points for David West.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Clippers trail by 18. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Down low. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Blake Griffin has been getting it done. He has 14 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
He can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
Parker kicks to Jackson. Parker outside. Back to Jackson. And that's going to be a travel.
You know, guys, the teamwork and rhythm we saw from them earlier just isn't there right now. They've lost it, and the turnovers are starting to pile up.
The Clippers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Parker against Paul. Right wing. Morrow, that's a two-pointer. Drops one in from the wing. Morrow's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, you just have to admire and love a shot like that from Morrow. Perfect form.
Here's Jackson, and the foul goes on Isaiah Cannon. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Here's Parker.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
At the line for your Spurs.
Free throw drops in for Tony Parker.
2 shots.
And Parker drops them both. Clippers trail by 17. There's a screen by Cannon. Paul kicks to Cannon. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Parker dishes to Jackson. Outside Aldridge. Jackson drives in. Shot's good.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. Paul passes to Cannon. Off target from three-point range.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Here's Jackson.
Boy, it's been a tough go in terms of fouls for him. I mean, my goodness, he can't stay out of the way of fouls.
Shooting for San Antonio. Free. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Anderson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Jackson hits both of them. Clippers trail by 20. Paul kicks to Cannon. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Parker dishes to Jackson. From 17 feet out. Here's Anderson. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working. It inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here we go.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He focused on their offense and said to his guys, make the extra pass. Don't try to play hero ball and do it by yourself. That ends up leading to bad shots. Guys, they're operating under the principle that it's never too late to fine-tune the game plan. Kevin, over to you.
And thank you for that, Doris. Outside Jackson to the left side wing. Outside Aldridge. 6 on the shot clock. Parker left side. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Outside Griffin. The dish to Cannon. Picked by Griffin. Cannon the pass to Griffin. To the inside. Down low. Here's Cantor. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
A different look now for San Antonio. Boris Diaz checked in for Aldridge. Wright comes in for David West. And it's Williams in for Tony Parker. And then for the Clippers, Leonard, he's checked in for Griffin. Thornton comes in for Anthony Moore. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Paul.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't. Looked like he was out of his element at all right there.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Spurs.
Clark, free throws were a big factor in this one.
Yeah, you know what? It's great to get to the line, Kevin, but the other half of that is you've got to convert, and they did that.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And at key points in this game, they stayed committed to their brand of basketball. That's why they'll be taking the front end of this 3-game season series against the Clippers.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Jackson. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
A different look now for San Antonio. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Diaw. West comes in for Wright, and Tony Parker subbed in for Williams. And then for the Clippers, Griffin's checked in for Cantor. Morrow comes in for Marcus Thornton. And it's Paul in for Cannon. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
And the basket by Morrow.
Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Jackson hits both of them. Here's Cannon. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. Morrow, shot's good. Griffin making the play.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
Jackson kicks to Wright. Back to Jackson. Now here's Williams. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. David, at this point in the NBA season, what sort of advice do you have for the younger guys on enduring this long NBA season?
Well, just take
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
Seeing Freak dominate the way he did tonight reminded me of watching him play in high school. He was a man among boys. He was a 4-time consensus All-American back then. Overall, great game.
What can you say about the show he put on tonight? That was simply basketball greatness. You hardly get a player that gets that focused, that determined. He did the work of 3 players out there tonight and got the points to prove it.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.
Okay, everyone, we obviously need to be better in the open court with the ball. Let's set up in 63. All right, fellas, competition time. Beat the pro. Let's go. Okay, that's it for now. Make sure we're iced up and rested. Go ahead, keep shooting if you want.